for today. We can be the leopard, a hip and hunting dog. We can be the leopard, a hip and hunting dog. We can be the leopard, a hip and hunting dog.
Welcome to the Middle Seats Podcast. Why the Middle Seats? Because they're the best seats in the house. We are your hosts, Generation Offended, Toleralks, and Loomar. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, I am pretty swell.
Yeah, well, we got a finale to talk about here. Toler, how you feeling about the Fallout finale?
Well, first and foremost, by the way, Loomar, very descriptive there. How you doing? I am great. Anyway, no, fucking, so just to let everybody that's currently listening in, we do have a Discord channel now where you can kind of get a little more one-on-one with us. We've already got all three communities are going to end up being there at some point. So if you guys want to, come on out, come and have a little more personal conversation, just talk about people or talk with people that are a little more like-minded. Hey, I think the link will be somewhere in here, the description, comment section, something like that. As for Fallout, fuck that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
sentiment's the
fair
same.
enough. Mm-hmm.
Well, Loomar, you start us off. How are you feeling about the finale?
It did not feel like a finale at all. Yeah, there's so much they waste so much time with so much insignificant shit that it really stretches the other plot lines thin. So by the end of this season, it's like Steph gets in contact with the Enclave and nothing happens. And then the Legion are marching on New Vegas, but it cuts away before anything happens. Cooper, we spent building up to Cooper finding his family, and then nothing happens. So yeah, I don't know, it feels like this season and whatever they've got for season 3 was like one big story, like one big season that they've just stretched out and cut in half. Because yeah, that was a fucking shite finale.
Yeah, I refer to it as Fallout Season 1.5. In my now, because that's what it felt like. It felt like a segue to something else. All the big questions that we walked into season 2 and got along the way, we never got any answers to them. None of them. Cooper and his family, not answered. What's the grand plan with Hank and the brain box? Not answered. Brotherhood of Steel, I guess they're doing some weird shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, or Norm and the reveal of the FEV, not answered. Like, I'm getting pissed off thinking about
it. Yeah, I felt that way this whole season. You stop to think about it for a second. You're like, I'm angry. This really sucks. I'm really upset about this. Yeah, it's like that scene from Whiplash where it's like, I'm upset. Yeah, and man, what really pissed me off was that they just reset everything. Like they did this with Fallout Season 1 as well, but Season 2 is really bad for it. So in the beginning of Fallout New Vegas, what's happening, right? The Legion's marching on the dam. The NCR are weakened. They're spread out, but they're there to defend Vegas. And Mr. House is, like an unknown quantity in this equation, but, he's present as well. So what do we got again? Oh my God, the Legion's marching on Vegas. The NCR are weakened, but they're still there to defend it. And guess what? Mr. House is an unknown quantity at this point, so we don't know how he's going to impact things, but, like, it's the same fucking thing. Like, they want to continue the story supposedly, but they also want to reset everything and do it all again.
I mean,
bring back the Enclave.
So much so that we officially did 8 episodes, about 8 hours of a New Vegas adaptation / continuation, and we didn't hear the words Hoover Dam or Platinum Chip one goddamn time.
Nope. No. But you did hear Enclave a lot, and oh my God, it's Prime's coming back. Liberty Prime.
Actually, it's Liberty Prime Alpha, not Liberty Prime to be showing the game. So it makes.
So it's all a new idea.
Like, it's not off. It's such fucking key jangling, man.
Yeah. It's
I had a bunch of people in my comment section talking about the Enclave. I had a bunch of people in the comment section going, somehow the Enclave returned, and I'm like, God damn, it really is that, isn't it? Like.
Oh my God, dude. It's actually so comparable to the Star Wars sequels because, like, you could say Liberty Prime is fucking Starkiller Base, right? Or whatever the fucking the big planet killing thing that they have in the First Order, and There's a lot of comparisons where they want to reset everything. Like the New Republic was reset, right? It's the same fucking situation. It's the Resistance versus the fucking First Order is the same as the Empire versus the Rebels. It's just a slightly different variation of the same idea. They all have the same
Yeah.
skin though, and everything. It's fucking dumb.
Mhm.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think that's a slippery slope we're going down because I'm seeing some of the same comments and same sentiments out of the Fallout fan base that I did the Star Wars fan base way back then. You know, it's an adaptation that's just good enough. It continues things just good enough. And it's like, we've already seen this story before. It happened fucking 11 years ago. And how the hell did that turn out?
Yeah, oh my God, it's the same thing. But yeah, I wanted to address like the reception critics have gotten for the show, which is, I mean, totally you were teasing me about it earlier, but we're tourists if you don't like the new show, apparently.
Yeah,
You're
apparently.
not or you're too loyal to the show. Like I've gotten criticism. I mean, we got criticism on our last episode for being too purists. Like, oh, you purists, you can't be impressed enough. Nothing's good enough for you guys. Like
I'm
you'll hate
not that.
everything.
I'm not a purist. See,
No.
you and I have gone at it. I would say you're more purist than I am, but and I have proofs in the pudding for anybody that's listening on my channel. I have I believe 4 videos, and episode 5 is where I kind of was like, ugh, but I have 4 videos where I clearly said I like the show. So I'm not a
Yeah.
purist. It's just you can't break too much of the lore. It's okay to kind of squeak by a little bit and do different characterizations and different elements and stuff like that. That's okay. You can put chinks in the armor. Don't start breaking it. And they broke it.
Yeah, well, I would say I am a bit of a purist, but like, so what? Like, I mean, again, it's very comparable to be like, I'm a Star Wars original fan. I don't like the prequels or the sequels, and it's like, is that bad? Is it okay to like the original material more than the new stuff? I mean, it's not as good as it once was, obviously. So is it such a bad thing? I don't know. Lumar, where do you stand on being like, would you consider yourself a purist?
I mean, when it comes to Fallout, I haven't, people are like, oh, you just hate that it's not like the originals. I've never played the original 2 games.
What?
I've never played them. I've seen walkthroughs of them, but I've never actually
Okay.
played the first
Mhm.
2. So really, I've only ever played the Bethesda stuff. That's kind of, when I'm going off the lore and stuff, a lot of that is, a lot of the stuff that I can remember off the top of my head is stuff that Bethesda introduced. So, I'm not really a purist because I understand Bethesda changed things for better or worse. And, I'll tend to just stick with what they've written because it's easier for me to remember. And, like I say, depending on if they've made it better, I might enjoy that more. But no, the problem with the TV show is it doesn't even stay consistent with stuff that Bethesda's changed. It's it's a slap in the face to anyone who thought that the Bethesda writing was being slapped in the face when Bethesda have changed
Hmm.
stuff. Now it's like even worse because if you enjoyed the Bethesda stuff, you're getting slapped in the face with that as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, I'm not a purist. I understand if people want to change, little bits and pieces to kind of match it with their interpretation of this franchise. But yeah, this show is, yeah, it's not that. It's just people who have no investment in this franchise, just kind of searching for keywords and story events, and then just using that as cheap world building while they make whatever shit story they want to make.
Well,
Yeah, that's fair.
the argument I'm seeing a lot of in the comment section is, well, the show isn't necessarily for you. It's made to appeal to mass audiences and other people and the casuals. And it's like, that's not how this works. The reason why Fallout became as big as it is because of the gamers and the people that played, 1, 2, New Vegas, 3, whatever the hell, the ones who made the games popular to begin with. They became popular because they were good stories. So why in the hell are you creating a TV adaptation and then changing everything? They're good stories. It's good lore. It's good characters. You shouldn't need to change anything. So I don't understand that argument. You don't get to just to turn your back on the people that made you popular to begin with.
No, you're not only just like making it worse, but just like I said before, like they're just restarting everything despite being a sequel. It's like, why are you making it canon to the games if you're just going to redo everything in the games? You're bringing back the Enclave. You're making the Brotherhood of Steel super powerful again. You're destroying the NCR, but then bringing them back. Same thing with the Legion. It's just like, stop resetting everything, nuking it all, and then bringing it back again. If you're just, that's what you're going to do. Make a sequel,
Mhm.
change things, like continue the story. Don't retread things.
Well,
It's
Also,
very dull.
I get annoyed by this idea as well, that it's for new people. It's to draw new people into the franchise, and it's not really for like hardcore like fans of the thing. Because I've watched this with my partner, and she's not a gamer. She has no investment in this franchise really. She enjoyed the first season, um but even she was like, there's so much stuff, like I get confused because they don't really explain stuff. Like she actually
Hmm.
thought that it was set like in the 50s 60s kind of era, and then I had to go, no, it's actually in 2077, and she's like, oh, okay. Because they just kind of go in expecting you to know everything, and then they don't really do the legwork to kind of establish stuff for new people. And yeah, so I hate that argument as well because
Hmm.
my partner, she's a pretty good representative. If you're saying, oh, it's for new people who don't know anything about the franchise, she doesn't know shit about the franchise. She's gone in and yeah, she's kind of enjoyed the vibes and aesthetics of it. But the story's a bit confusing for her, and she's
Hmm.
got no idea what's going on. Like one of the things we pointed out is they always just say, "Who are the communists?"
right.
Oh, it's all about the communists. The communists are taking over. She thought they were all about Russia because they,
Yeah,
they don't
my
they
girl
don't
my
say
girl thought it was
China
Korean.
once.
My girl thought it was Koreans.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
say communists. They don't. If you're a new person coming into this franchise and you hear the word communist, it's like, yeah, obviously China is a communist country, but a lot of kind of major conflicts and controversies
Right.
around the world haven't really been from China. It's been from Russia. It's the USSR. It's been Vietnam. It's been Korea. That kind of thing.
Hmm.
So yeah, she thought it was the Russians when it's the Chinese because they don't just fucking tell you it.
Well, they also don't really tell you who the NCR are, the NCR are,
NCRR.
who the Legion are, or why they're fighting, right? Like we
Oh
don't
yeah,
really,
it's shit
as
for
a
that
game,
as well.
yeah, as a gamer, like I know thoroughly why the Legion and the NCR are in conflict, and it's well known to me. But I think if you were coming into the show for the first time, not knowing anything, you'd be like, "Who the fuck are these people? What do they represent?" Right? Like we
Especially
know,
the Legion. I mean, the
yeah, well,
NCR, New California Republic. So okay, they rose out of the wasteland of California and they've kind of taken the land back over. Okay,
yeah.
I can get that. The Legion, who's that? What did they do?
Well,
What
they're
do they
just
worship? What do they
yeah,
want to do?
they're just Roman cosplayers, and like that's all they are in this show. I mean, they don't have any depth to them. They're just mindless savages that kill people randomly. They want to fuck and kill everything. It's just like there's not any logic to it. And
You've lost
And
your
what
legionary.
about their leader? What about their leader? I mean, last time we saw Kevin, he was inside of his house protecting it from invaders and burglars and setting up traps. And now, like, how long was he cryogenically frozen to the point he's in this? he's in Vegas.
well,
That
talking about Macaulay
McCullough,
Culkin, I
dude,
mean,
why is he in
oh
this show? Why is he in
yeah,
this?
it's brutal. I mean, his brother is a way better actor than Macaulay Culkin is, and like he did not pull off a legionary at all. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, he did not seem like he would grow up in the Legion society. He didn't come off that way. And there was a big deal in the interviews and stuff that he really took it seriously. He's a big fan and all that stuff, and that's great.
Hmm.
But acting caliber is missing completely, and it also just kind of tones down the seriousness of the Legion. I mean, like you said, Toller, like Macaulay Culkin's known for his comedic childhood roles.
Yeah.
He's not really the actor you would get to be like the tough guy you need. Like get anybody else. Get Jason Momoa in here.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
why are you doing the
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 reason
kid
why
from
I
Home
said
Alone?
why is he in this is that like you like you were just saying in the interviews, they made a big deal out of like Macaulay Culkin is in this, and I'm like, I know he's had a lot of struggles in his life, and I was like, well, good for him. I'm not against him as an actor, as a person, or anything like that. I was like, good. I'm gonna see him in Fallout. Good for him. I'm glad he's got his life on track. He had like what 4 minutes of screen time. That could have been
Yeah, and
that could have been anybody. Why was it him?
yeah. Yeah, he just really phones it in. It doesn't really feel like a great performance or anything. Yeah, it's a very disappointing show overall. But before we do any more overviewing, I think we should get into the scene by scene takedown, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so we open with the Legion, of course, and they're having their civil war that Cooper started. And yeah, they're fighting over this dirt mound. This whole situation really just perplexes me. Okay, so like, okay, what happened here exactly? So we know that they're fighting over the letter or whatever that Caesar wrote his successor on, right? Like they want the note. Okay.
Mhm.
So he's on this dirt mound, which is like some kind of like little hill that perfectly separates these two camps. And for some reason, like did Caesar die on that hill? He dropped dead and then they all started shooting at each other? Like how did this note not get taken by anybody? Like
Yeah, there's so many questions about, like, yeah, you've just pointed out there, like, did he know he was like seconds from death, so he decided to just stand on a hill and die there?
Yeah.
And then it's like the little note,
Oh, we lost Loomar.
so
Oh,
there
tiny.
we go.
Like, you could go into the center of that in like 2 steps and just get it. And you're telling me that over the course of however many years it's been since New Vegas to here, not one person has been able to just quickly like run across and just quickly
Mhm.
snatch the letter and run back.
Well,
Like,
we
no
see that
one's
he
been able to
does do
do it.
that. Fucking Macaulay
Yeah.
Culkin does that.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't just snatch the letter, he brings the whole fucking corpse off the
Yeah.
hill and just no one gets him. And then apparently, because obviously the whole thing kicks off because Cooper sabotages the dynamite and it explodes and they think they're attacking each other and they go on. That was like days ago.
Okay,
And
I was gonna say that.
taken until now for them to fucking get the body from these two tiny camps where everyone just seems to be running out in the open just to die. It's taken that long for this conflict to die down.
Well, that's what I was wondering
Ridiculous.
because I mean the making the Legion fight one another was like in episode 3. We're like 5 episodes ahead now. Have they been fighting this whole time, or is this show having an issue with time lapses like Affinity
So
has
he,
talked
he
about?
rescues Lucy, and then they get to Vegas, and then they enter Vegas at nighttime, and then they're hanging around Freeside the next day. Cooper gets launched out the window, and then he gets rescued at night, and then he meets Maximus in the morning. So it's been at least 2 days, 2 and a bit days at least. And yeah, they're still just fighting these two tiny little camps where everyone just rushes out and dies. It's so stupid.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, talking about like time length and all that stuff. I mean, so we see that Caesar's corpse is a skeleton now. So that means that this standoff has been going on for like 2 months because that's how I think I looked it up. That's how long a body takes to desiccate. I looked it up. I didn't observe this or anything, but but it takes a
Speak for
while
yourself.
for yeah, it takes a while for a body to decompose like that in the sun. So, like, they've been sitting in this very close proximity to each other for a while and not killing each other, despite having modern military weapons. Like, we see they have artillery, they have guns, they have assault rifles. They're within, like, probably throwing distance of each other. Like, we see that the two Caesars are, like, like right beside each other, sitting in these tents. So, why hasn't anyone just popped one? By now. Like, why
Yeah.
haven't they shot each other?
You throw like 5 grenades like at the front of the other person's trench, and then you just sprint and get the body. Like that's it. Like it's done.
Well, we don't have
But
Yeah.
flashbangs.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
might have flashbangs or smoke grenades or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, or anything. Like, why not? It doesn't really make any sense at all. I mean, it's just stupid, and it's actually so frustrating how dumb this is. But the biggest joke to me is that we find out that Caesar hasn't written an heir at all. He's like, burn it down. I'm dying with my empire. Blah blah blah. Dude,
Yeah.
that is such absolute unhindered bullshit. Oh, like so retarded. What the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. He dedicated his life to making this society. It's a civilization. It's a fucking empire. Why would he want to throw it away? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make a single lick of sense. And to compare it to the sequel trilogy, that's what Palpatine did after, like during the Battle of Jakku and shit. I don't know if you guys know your Star Wars lore with the sequels, but
Operation Cinder, is that it?
yeah, Operation
Yeah.
Cinder, it's the same fucking bullshit where the Emperor was like dead and he's like, I want my empire to burn instead of continuing on without me. And which, yeah, it's like that's not in his character at all. It doesn't make any sense for this person to spend their entire lives building this up to be immortalized and then be like, yeah, fuck it, burn it all down.
I don't care.
I
I,
mean,
hate the Legion.
Yeah, well, I mean, just from a narrative standpoint, like,
You're
god
right.
damn, like, yeah.
I think the most annoying thing is people will say, "Oh, you know, he's." So the two most common copes I've seen about this is, "Oh, everyone comments about the fact that the Legion is going to fall apart
Mhm.
when he's gone," and it's like, yes, everyone outside of the Legion thinks that, but he doesn't, and the Legion
Yeah.
doesn't. This
Yeah,
to go
no.
on. He wants this to be an empire. So, yes, we know from an outsider's perspective, it's made up of different tribes. All the tribes are going to compete for power once he goes. They're all going to wipe each other out and the Legion will fall. But in his mind, it's like, I've united these tribes. I've got them under a structured leadership. And, you know, hopefully I can take Vegas. I can go into NCR territory and I can get them into kind of the systems and all the different things that they've got to that help maintain the NCR society, and I can put them in mine and it'll keep going for even longer. So yes, everybody knows the Legion's going to collapse when he's dead. He doesn't want his own empire that's made in his image to fucking die out as soon as he's gone.
Mhm.
And then again, speaking of that, they're like, oh, he's narcissistic. He puts himself above everything else. You know, he views himself as a god and that. Right, because, you know, gods, they want the people who worship them to just die off and collapse, don't they? No, of
Yeah.
course they don't. You know, it's so honestly, Kritosis will fucking go on about this because I saw his Twitter post about it. He had so many fucking mongs in that chat telling him that he's wrong and that honestly, it's so fucking stupid. It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
no, it does not make any sense. I mean, it just doesn't. It goes against human human fucking human nature. Really, is that is what that goes against? Because like you said, it's like the way to become immortal is to have your name remembered throughout the ages, right? And
Mhm.
that's what characters like Caesar, even in real time history, are like. Yeah, you don't want to create an empire, spend your whole life making it, kill unknown amount of people, make personal sacrifices, spend all this time and energy doing something just for it to be thrown away. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense in an imperial scale, and it doesn't make sense even in the most minute thing, right? Like, imagine if you spent your whole life making a painting, and then and then at the end just burn the painting instead of having the opportunity to put it into a great art museum or something.
No,
Yeah,
man,
it's
you,
just
you don't
dumb.
understand, bro. Like I've built a whole house before, spent a lot of money, you know, a lot of time, couple of years, and then right when we got done with it, I just brought a bulldozer in. It was so riveting. It felt really good. So I don't think you know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. Yeah. Well, all right. So we're moving on to the next scene here, and we're back at the tops, or not the top, sorry, the Lucky 38, and we get the reunification of the Ghoul and Mr. House, and we're picking up where we left off, where he's put Cold Fusion in the fucking thing, and he's turned Mr. House back on, and we get this great interaction where these two characters are fucking perfect, I imagine. What do you guys? What's your take on this scene?
I mean, I was off the scene from fucking the last episode when he said old chum. That fucking
Hmm.
put me right off. Yeah, it's weird because it kind of feels like because obviously he had like the scene in the past when he talked with him, but this one seems. I know House is a smart character, but the whole point of the whole enclave thing is, even I'm so smart and there's another group that's even smarter than me and I haven't been able to outthink them or what they want or what they're gonna do. And then like they're having a conversation here and he just goes, "Oh, yeah, they outsmarted me. They outsmarted the both of us. Anyways, even though they outsmarted me, I know exactly what Hank is gonna do, and I know where your family is. So just put me in a pit boy, and we'll go get them." And it's like, was there like some scenes missing, like to lead to this conversation? Because Cooper also just kind of seems to like go with it and not have any questions whatsoever about how all of this came to be. He just, yeah, I don't know. It was a weird scene. It felt like some lines were missing, or there was a scene in a different episode that didn't get put in, or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Well,
Funky.
with the reveal of like we all pretty much knew it was the Enclave again, but with the reveal of it being the Enclave, and I just thought about this. So we have the brain box thing, right? And we see in the opening episodes of the season that House is the one that's using the brain box. We don't know who created it. We know who's expanding the technology right now. But if House was the one that created it, or at the very least was the one that was testing it, but it actually belonged to the Enclave, why was it a mystery who the other partner was? He should have known the entire time at that point. Or does the technology belong to Vault Tech? I'm just sitting here thinking about that. I'm like, wait a minute. Did they ever answer that question? Like, who actually created the brain box?
I think
I
so. Mr.
thought it
House
was
sold it
House.
to he sold it to Vault-Tec.
Okay,
Vault-Tec.
okay.
Yeah.
I drink a lot. I forget
Uh,
things.
no. I mean, it is a mess of a story, and I think you're going back to Lumar's point about it feeling very clunky. I felt like that with most of Mr. House's scenes, where it's like that scene like when Todd or not Todd, when Cooper Howard meets House for the first time. There's like a lot of space between what they're saying and what's happening in the scene. Like it feels like not everything's really adding up. Like Howard, Cooper Howard should be much more curious with Mr. House. Like he should be asking a lot more questions and kind of be at his mercy in these scenes. Like he should be in the situation where he needs something from House and House has the opportunity to give him something. But every time they meet up, it's just like fucking Cooper has the one up on him for some reason. Like he's like, "Oh, I'll blow up Cold Fusion and then we'll all die." And then but like Mr. House is like it might affect other planets, so it's like
Yeah,
you
that
know
was such stupid bullshit.
yeah, it's like you think you're. So what's your threat? You're gonna kill you and your daughter and child, or sorry, your daughter and wife. And that's your threat. You're gonna kill yourself, him, and everybody, and like any the entire planet.
Well,
That's your threat.
It's also nice to know that a planetary threat was just rolling around in Maximus's pocket there for a while. Like,
Yeah,
where do we get that from? It can destroy planets.
yeah.
Well, it's not even that. He said the explosion would reach other planets. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
yeah, like the fucking Earth will explode is what he was saying if you
it's
fucking
gone,
shoot.
hell?
it's gone,
Yeah.
Mars will be gone.
Yeah, what kind of fucking threat? The ghoul's like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot this and we'll all die. And it's like, you're gonna kill your child? That's the whole reason you've fucking been around? Like, that's an empty threat. The house should have been like, you're not gonna kill the entire planet. I know you won't do that.
Well, at least
Oh,
we get
man.
confirmation, though. I mean, they danced around whatever canon ending to New Vegas. Obviously, there's a bunch of different endings you could say that the show says is canon, like with the Yes Man, being there beside the monitor. But we do know that I guess Mr. House's body was destroyed because he says that like a few passerbys or something like that came by and vandalized it or whatever the hell. So at least we know that.
Oh, yeah. Like they're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna canonize all the endings, but we're gonna fucking tell you pretty much all you need to know the ending.
Well, they tell us
Yeah.
different spots of each ending, though, is kind of the thing. It's weird.
Actually, yeah, the more I thought about the Legion ending, it doesn't really add up. So we know that Caesar dies of something past the point of the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, but we also see that Lanius, like the legate, doesn't take over the Legion, so that means the legate has died at the Battle of Hoover Dam. So that means the Legion didn't win. But then why is Caesar alive after the dam anyway? Wasn't he supposed to die of a brain tumor like
If you didn't
pretty
help him,
soon?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you don't help Caesar, he's fucked. So why has he been around for so long? You know what I mean? Like so that means that the courier saved saved Caesar, and then defeated the Legion at the Battle of Hoover Dam. Right?
I guess.
Is that
I don't
is that the
fucking know.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
know, right? It doesn't really add up.
He saved Caesar, and then I guess he defeated House in the NCR, and then he turned on the Legion as well, and everyone just got fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with this. Everyone got fucked. So, like,
Oops.
yeah, it's just so weird. It's genuinely so weird that because obviously the courier, he's kind of the main instrument that decides what happens to Vegas. So the only way this makes sense is, even in the Yes Man ending, in the Courier ending, you kind of make a show of force towards the NCR, but it's implied the NCR is still there. They just know that you're in charge now.
Yeah.
But obviously the NCR are just fucking, like, they're gone from Vegas. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Well,
You know?
even the Yes Man ending, that's what a lot of people are convinced is the ending that they went with. But even with that, there's a prerequisite that most of the factions are ran out of New Vegas. Well, the NCR still has a presence, so does the Legion. But the thing about the Yes Man ending is that he uploads himself into House's computer and pretty much becomes an AI version of him in a sense. How is that possible? Because in the show, he's talking about, he's recalling when he talked to Cooper last about the demon in the snow, there being another player. So it can be Yes Man. He would have no knowledge of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't. I actually, you know what I think it is? I think the writers didn't actually consider any ending, and they're like, I genuinely went with a no ending scenario, but they just made a bunch of shit up, so nothing makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. There is really. We're trying to pull logic from a fucking spaghetti pile of bullshit. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I had people arguing with me about it and saying, like, they don't need to have a canon ending. And it's like, yes, you do. Like, here's the thing about this, right? Is that they don't mention the Hoover Dam. They don't mention the Platinum Chip. They don't mention the Courier. They don't mention any of the major events or any of the endings or all that. So for those of us who've put hundreds, thousands of hours into this game, gotten all the endings, the good, the bad, they're pretty much going, fuck you. All that time and all that dedication
Yep.
you put into the game, it doesn't matter because here's the ending that we're going to create. That's fucked up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's such a slap in the face to the audience, and it's really sad to see like everyone be so happy to lap it up. It's just like fucking, it's like pigs at a trough. Like, here's your slop. Oh yeah, fucking let it. It's great. Oh my god, look at the references. Liberty Prime. Oh my god.
Retcon my lore more, daddy.
Yeah, he said it. He said House always wins. He said the thing. Yeah, it's such fan baiting bullshit. But anyway, getting back to the scene. So, yeah, Cooper threatens to destroy Cold Fusion, and yeah, from here on out, the disrespect for House really gets worse. Instead of being a threatening person, Cooper owns him. He's like, he tells him to shut the fuck up directly. There's no real other way to be so disrespectful. I think like that is like the most in your face. Like, we do not care about this character. We do not respect him. The main character that you like disrespects him. And the rest of the time, like, Mr. House is on his Pip Boy. Like, he's this kind of annoying voice on his shoulder, bragging about his past achievements. He's like tiny, like he's like, like I did all this stuff. Like, and Cooper's like, yeah, like I don't care. Like, he's like, uh-huh. Like, it's all very shitty. And it's such a bad representation of what was once like the greatest character in the series, in my opinion.
He's just such a pushover. Like, he just
Yeah.
lets everyone. He's apparently like the smartest man on the world, and he just gets like just talked down to all the time, especially by Cooper. So I remember in New Vegas when he's talking to you about the platinum chip, and as the courier, you can just ask, "Oh, what if I don't get it for you?" And then he just goes on like a rant saying about how important he is and how important his work is, and you will get him the chip, or he'll
like,
make
what if
sure
you
that
eat
you
it?
fucking
That was an
suffer
option
for
too.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, Yeah, I don't know. There's none of that fire in this performance. It's just, eh.
Well,
That is a fucking great point. Yeah, that's my big beef with it as well. Go ahead, Toller.
I think it's a little different. Like I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. But like when you're the courier, you don't really know House. You get to know him, but you have limited interactions with him, so House can kind of express that control over him. Whereas in the show, Cooper actually knows House pretty fucking well and has even collaborated with him in what's the word? Whatever the hell. So I 100% agree with what you're saying. I'm saying maybe the dynamic is a little different. Maybe Cooper can kind of stand up to him a little bit more because he knows him a little bit more. But outside of it, I agree. He's kind of a shit character. And it's not kind of, he is a shit character in the show. But yeah, that's just kind of my input on that.
Yeah, well, I can see where you're coming from. And I wouldn't mind Cooper having a little bit more resistance to House if House was established in the show as this intimidating threat. Like in New Vegas, like Lumar said, like he's very egomaniacal. He's in control. He's over top of you. He knows what's going on, and he'll fuck you up if you don't do what he says. In the show, it's just never established that way. And I know we had that debate about the intro scene with Cooper and House together, but like there's just never this moment where House has got a one up on him in a way that he does in the games. Like he just doesn't have the control over the situation. He's constantly bickering and being talked down to and begging almost for Cooper to give him attention and do what he wants. It's just not the same representation of a character. Which is really unfortunate. Like he's a real show of force guy, you know. He'll fucking threaten anybody who fucking doesn't do what he wants. But yeah, in the show he doesn't do any of that.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I still like Justin Theroux's performance. I like what he does. I don't necessarily like the direction he got, but I liked him as he looked the part. He sounded the part. It's just the writing was terrible and the direction he got was terrible.
Yeah, I think the actor's fine. I mean, yeah, all the actors do their best with what they got. I mean, Walton Goggins is carrying this show on his
Man,
back.
his back got to hurt, bro. I'll tell you that much. Sweet God. My man needs some icy hot ASAP.
All right, so cutting back to Maximus at the strip. So he's been thrown out by the Death Claws at this point, and they're starting to march into Freeside. And yeah, so Lumar, you texted this in our Discord chat, but it was very kind of the Death Claws to line up one at a time for Maximus to kill them. It's
Yeah, you know, in the Bethesda games, the only kind of British representation has been a tenpenny. But you know, I guess Deathclaws are British as well, considering how much they love the fucking Q in this episode. Literally, he'll fight one Deathclaw. There'll be like a line of them, and then he'll fight one of them. He'll kill it. The next one joins in, but the others stay back. Even if the camera shows them walking towards them, they won't make any fucking distance. It'll still just be him 1v1ing them, and then he'll finish that one, and then a new one joins in, and again we'll see them walking towards him. But they'll hang back enough. You know, they don't want to swarm him. They want to give him a little bit of a fighting chance. They're good sports. They're not the apex killers of the fucking wastelands. You know, they just, you know, they're very nice. They're very nice Deathclaws. So,
and what makes it worse is that these are the Deathclaws from Quarry Junction. And anybody who has played New Vegas and made that mistake, understand like how bad you get butt fucked the moment you walk anywhere near that place. You're just ambushed by like 20 of them. So to see them all line up and take a number is yeah, that's quite the feat. Good job there, Amazon.
Not only did
if who hasn't played New Vegas, basically Quarry Junction is taken over by Deathclaws, and the game encourages you to spend your time going all the way around to the opposite side of the map to get to your destination instead of going through that shit. So yeah,
people in Good
pretty
Springs,
big deal.
very explicit. They're like, don't go that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, not only are they inept, like they're lining up one at a time, but they're also really slow. Like they're just walking at this very short pace, like slow pace, and swinging really slowly. They don't do any like power armor is not a defense mechanism against these creatures. They are fucking ruthless, and they kill anybody in anything. And the fact that Maximus lasts this long against like a horde of them is ridiculous and completely diminishes their power level. Like they are not a threat.
Well,
Yeah,
even
power
like
armor is like a safety net if you're 1v1ing them and you run out of a weapon. Like, having power armor when you've got a fucking entire pack of them on you is just, you're fucking ripped apart in seconds even with it, but not in this show apparently.
Well, like Loomar said earlier about Bethesda negating its own lore. I mean, Fallout 4, the first 15 minutes, you go in, you meet Preston Garvey, and he has you grab the power armor off the vertibird on top of the museum. Well, when you go down there to fight the Raiders, you end up fighting a Deathclaw, and that one single Deathclaw can actually tear pieces of armor off of your whatever the exoskeleton or whatever the hell it is. Like they're that powerful. But in the show, it's like they're just nothing. They're doing next to tons of them are doing next to nothing to Maximus.
Yeah, I mean, and then also they're super easy to kill. Like the fucking rockets blow them up, and he punches them and they die. Like the knives work. Like we, you can shoot these things with the most powerful guns in the game, and they almost take like very minimal damage. Yeah, it's not.
That's another thing. He's got fucking rockets built into his power armor that one-shot them. So instead of just using them constantly so they don't get anywhere near him, he'll use it on one and then he'll fucking fist fight the next one and then he'll use rocket on the next one and then he'll fist fight the next one. It's so fucking stupid. I just pick them off from a distance and then fist fight the ones I have to, but he just, honestly, his fucking, what a fucking terrible fight that was.
Yeah.
Speaking of stupid, I mean, can we talk about the band of retards sitting inside that shop doing fucking there is no like, bro.
If he loses, we all die, right? Yeah. Put 20 caps on him.
I understand I have a military mindset and I look at things a little bit differently, but there is no way in hell anybody who is in any survival situation is just going to sit there and watch this guy get the crap beat out of him. And they have guns. They all have guns and weapons, and they're just sitting there betting on the fight. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're all such degenerate gamblers that they're willing to throw their own lives away for a few bucks because that'll matter.
But it's okay because we got the NCR Ranger. Did you see that scene? It's like the scene from the beginning of of New Vegas. He fired the same rifle and everything. Holy shit!
I clapped when I saw it.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, fuck this game, or fuck this show, fuck the people who made it. And you know what? If you like this show and you hate us for hating on it, like you need to adjust your quality settings, man. This is garbage, and do not respect it as a show, please. Like for the sake of quality.
No. See, I did no. Hang on. That does not apply to me. Okay. The way I look at this is if you like the show, I think it's great, fine, and dandy. All right, you're allowed to like what you want to like, but what I'm hoping is that you're listening to people here that have a lot of passion, a lot of love, and good God, a lot of time put into the game and reading books, strategy guides and all that. And hopefully we can kind of bridge that for you. We're not hating just to hate. We're giving you evidence as to why.
Yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean it's fine. Yeah, people like what you like, but yeah, I think there's a large community out there that really hate people who hate this show. Obviously, we're talking about it. Well, yeah. That's more who I'm talking to, not the general viewer who enjoys the show.
Oh yeah, if you're one of those people, yeah, go fuck your own ass.
Okay, all right. Well, we're getting back to Lucy here. So she finds the senator's head in the vault, and she's then asked to kill her by the senator. The senator's like, "I want to die. I'm a fucking head in a jar. Please end this torture." And Lucy's hesitant about it, and yeah, I mean, I just really sighed at the scene because like she's really upset about this. She doesn't want to do it, and it's like, man, how many fucking situations are you gonna put this girl in where she's hesitant about killing something or she's upset about doing something that is completely normal? Like she kills a ghoul in season 1 and she fucking loses her mind, and it's like, all right, and then she kills her mom at the end of the season. It's like, this is the same situation. You're killing something that is literally just a brain left, and she wants to die. And it would be the moral thing to do on every level to kill her because it's clearly torture. So why is there hesitation at this point? Like, stop reusing this situation. It's again and again with it.
And nobody's this naive. Nobody's this naive.
Oh, I know.
Nobody on planet Earth is that naive. No.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to, I really didn't want to kill anyone, especially not this woman's head that's been forced to stare at a wall for 230 years, that's fucking half deformed and falling apart. No, I don't want to kill them. Like, come on.
This
Like,
isn't Metal Gear Solid.
I
This is Fallout.
I've never killed anyone, like, at least nothing that the police will find. And I feel like if I was looking at someone who was a half deformed head that was being used to run a computer, who was literally saying, "Please kill me," I don't know, I think I might do it, that feels like the morally right thing to do. But Lucy's like, "Oh, no, I can't do this. No, oh, it's killing a pit." Like, just fucking get on with it, Jesus.
Well, you just mentioned like she destroys the head, right? But what are the ramifications of that? Because we see that big dude, whatever his name is, a little bit later, with that sync between her and Hank and all that. But what does destroying the head do? Like, does it shut the whole process down? Like, what were the consequences of that?
Yeah, well, it looks like the brain, like the people are still mind controlled.
Right.
I guess it's like a flat reset. Like they'll always be like that. Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, you're right. Like, because like it doesn't make a difference. Like we still see that Hank is in control of these people. So yeah, I was under the impression that they would all like wake up or something, or at least
Right.
like not be able to be told what to do anymore.
Yeah, some fuckface in the comment section, one of those people we were just talking about, called me stupid and was like, well, no, she was like the source of their personality, because I guess she was like very submissive and very like mousy and withdrawn, and so everybody else, that got the brain box there inside the headquarters. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, I don't know, but it just goes to show you that they don't explain anything. They don't explain anything.
Yeah, no, it's it's just nonsense. I genuinely do not care about Lucy's plotline at all, but we're about to get to an even worse and more pointless plotline here with Norman. So Norman is captured by the Vault Dwellers, and they're gonna put him on trial, is what they say. But before they can do that, they waken some rad roaches, and right, this scene was kind of funny. So like I think they accidentally hit the elevator button, right? And then they hear some like noise. It's not anything clearly besides an elevator moving. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And then but there's no like sign of, I don't know, like a monster's coming or anything, right? Like they're like, "Oh my God." Like, I don't know, the anticipation for what's going to come out is unnatural for the characters. It's like they know they're in a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're
Yeah.
several stories up at this point, and they hit the elevator button and they hear an elevator, and that's horrific for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They think there's some wild creature that's just like, heard the elevator button go off, so it's like, shit, I need to get up there, and it's just fucking sprinted up the elevator shaft. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
very
like
weird.
the girl looks like the girl who goes to look at the elevator shaft has some real like misgivings about it. She's clearly uncomfortable with the idea, but they've been walking around this building like pretty much with no problem. Like they're totally fine. So why is going into the elevator shaft all of a sudden this big risk when you've been wandering around an abandoned building for probably a day or two now?
I mean, I want to talk about I think this whole scene showed the most realistic depiction of Fallout that we've ever seen.
Okay, yeah. Tell me.
No, I think it does.
Go on.
I think it does because obviously Norm put all of his attribute points into luck because those rad roaches
I
just
knew it.
ran right the fuck by him and killed everyone else.
Twice.
Oh my
They did it
God.
twice.
Yeah, they did
They
it
ignore
twice.
it. They ignore him when he's right
Perfection.
next to the elevators, and then he runs past them while they're just hovering around
Yeah.
doing jack shit. And then he tries to go in the room. He gets kicked out, and then he just ducks down on the floor, and they just go over him again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and
That's why I don't know why you guys are bitching, man. My man obviously got 10 points in luck. That's all I'm saying.
then he does this, and then the annoying thing again is that his fucking girlfriend lives. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just so
I'm
convenient.
telling you, 10
that-
points in
They
luck.
all
Listen to
got
me.
in and slaughtered every single other manager except the one that was nice to him, who he then
Yeah.
saves and takes with him.
And why does the guy who like so I know that there's this guy he wants to kill Norm, right? He's about to put him on trial. It looks like they're all down to kill him, right? Like there's no real question about that. So why does he put so much effort into trying to kick Norm out? I mean, like it's just like such a dumb thing to do, especially when his evilness essentially in the scene, like kicking Norm out, gets them all killed. Like if your life is on the line, just allow him to come in, close the door, you'll be fine. He's clearly not a threat. He's like half your size. Everybody wanted to kill him anyway. So, obviously your survival is more important than this petty revenge thing. That has no payoff.
To be
That's no
honest,
payoff.
the thing that annoyed me more was it's like the complete kind of opposite thing. So it's like once they kind of reach a consensus, it's like, oh, the Vault Tech guide says we're allowed to do this. Like they seem pretty determined to get on with stuff, and I honestly cannot be asked to remember her name. The nice manager. Obviously,
Mhm.
she helped him to try and escape, so she was helping him. So I find it a bit weird that she's betrayed them. She sided with someone who, by the Vault Tech manager's guidebook, needs to be executed. And then he lets her in.
Yeah.
That's why it takes so long for the door to close, because he waited for her to come in, even though she's a traitor to Vault Tech. And I think at one point they say, "You're not one of us. You joined a week ago," or something, because she joined a week before the bombs dropped. And then he still lets her in, even though she's a traitor. And then that lets Norm catch up. And then that leads to the door getting wedged open and the rad roaches to get in.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
fucking stupid.
that's a great point. Yeah.
I'm with offended on this one. I don't know if people know this or not. I don't know. His fucking name is like Moises Arias. I don't know what his fucking name is. The actor. I'm gonna call him Moist. So Moist is 5 foot fucking one. That's why he's so tiny in the show. And that big dude who's talking to him
Mm.
has to be at least 6'2". It's a pretty big dude. All he has to do is punch him in the face once. And it's over. Why are we
Mhm.
dragging him around and kicking him and all that? That big dude could just put one damn fist in his forehead and it's over.
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess.
Yeah. It doesn't. Like they literally set up this entire plot line, dragged us through it for an entire season, and then dropped it. Like they're just all dead, and he's probably going back to the vault now. Like that's where he's going. He let out all these managers. He became the leader, had a power struggle, fell in love, all for nothing because they all
Yeah.
Yeah,
died.
and
Yeah.
you wind the clock back a couple of episodes. Which, by the way, YouTube, this is cider. This is not what you think it is. Um, a couple of episodes ago, we got to see the FEV, and I thought that's where the storyline was going. We were going to
Yeah.
see the application of that, and especially once the super mutant popped up, I believe in episode 6, but it just flashes up on screen. We never see Norm talk about it or see it ever again in the headquarters. The super mutant shows up for 9 seconds just to fix Cooper for a bit, and then that's gone. There's no conclusion. Like, where do we get with all of this?
Yeah, you'd think after he escaped that Norm would have like wanted to at least find out that part, like what is FEV? Why is
Mm-hmm.
that stage 2 of your management plan or whatever? Like why, what does it do? But no, it just gets fucking dropped, and then they all die except for the one person who was nice to him, who conveniently is rescued by him so he can take her back to be with him.
Like,
Yeah, like it's
Dad,
just like
what's
holding.
gonna happen to
Yeah.
our vault? Good question. We don't fucking know either.
I'm pretty convinced that they haven't made up that part of the story yet. They're just waiting until they finish this season to start writing it. They're probably gonna read Reddit. They're probably like, yeah, what did the Reddit guys think is gonna happen? Oh yeah, that's what we'll do.
Or
That'd
just
be
pull a
cool.
Duffer Brothers and go chat GPT. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah. Oh man. Okay, so we get now. We're cutting back and forth quite a bit here between Lucy and the Ghoul and stuff, and the Ghoul's memory of what leaving Vegas was like and all that. So I think we'll just stick to one plot line here. Let's talk about the flashback with Cooper. So he's given cold fusion to the president. Obviously, not the best thing to do, Enclave and all. So they're about to leave. Everything's looking fine, and then Hank's marrying Steph now, or he got married. And that was
Yeah.
what was that? What was what
Bro,
was that
it's
Be
reveal?
like
some
what, 2
bullshit.
days?
You know, it's some bullshit. I had somebody in the comment section go, "Well, that's how Vegas weddings work. You get there and you marry real quickly." Fuck you. That is a dumb story element. Like he just met her. It's been like 48 hours. No way.
It just kind of paints Hank as a really dumb character. Like his young self is so naive and stupid for some reason, but then his old self is a lot more like why? I mean, obviously people change over time, but like the the level of incompetency is like all over the place with this character. It's like he fucking was retarded before in the flashback, and then after the war, he's like, yeah, like I'm a super mastermind, like creating a whole new faction, and I hate factions, and I'm making my own, and he's the big bad of the show now. It's like, what? That's your big bad, the guy who gets married after knowing someone for less than a day?
Well,
Well, it makes even less sense once you realize that he's not just like important Vault-Tec representative, but he's part of the Enclave.
Yeah.
And he's just doing dumb shit like this. Like, oh, honestly, it's really dumb. Also, if he's part of the Enclave, why did they even like? Why did he not just give it to the president himself? Why did he go to fucking Mr. Houses and just start drinking in the bar so he can get fucking taken by Cooper?
Oh
Like,
man, who
yeah.
knows? It's
Yeah,
so fucking
and
dumb.
it's just like the whole Steph storyline. Like I just don't like. I don't get it. Like I said in the last episode, I think everything going on with her is just an excuse to keep us in touch with the vault, and you know him Hank getting married to her. Yeah, he was married to someone else in the vault, and I understand why he would want to marry Steph. I guess. I mean she's attractive, good body. The bad thing, breaking point, she's Canadian, and I don't. There's not a single Canadian I know that I actually like. So, but no, like it just
Yeah.
it came
What
out
a
of nowhere.
hoser.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere because he had a wife while
because
they were down there in the vaults and had children and all that, and it's like, why did we do this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's there's so much stuff that could be fleshed out, like this plot line. Like, why did he choose to get married to her, and then not just marry her, but inform him, "Oh, I don't actually work for Vault-Tec. I work for this secret organization that's gonna end the world." And but we don't get any of that because there's so much kind of redundant shit that just gets repeated throughout this show. Incest plotline. And yeah, it's just yeah, they just waste time. Like I say, redundancy. So Hank got the Cold Fusion from House and Vault-Tec, and then instead of giving it to the president himself, he decided to go back to House's casino and get drunk. So then Cooper can take it and then give it to the president anyways. So like it's just a pointless U-turn on, I don't know. It's just stupid.
It's funny we're just
Well, no,
we're
so what
talking in circles, and this is happening organically because we're all confused as to what the fuck is going on.
yeah. So
Yeah.
wait, Mr. House was supposed to buy Cold Fusion. Was that why it was there? Was he
I
I don't
guess,
know.
but again, Hank is a mole working for the Enclave. So
Yeah,
if Vault-Tec creates Cold Fusion and then give it to him, why the hell would he even risk going to House when House might kind of drug him and take it for himself or something like that when he could just give it to his boss?
and why didn't he do that? Why didn't House grab it immediately? Like if he knows
Yeah.
everything, if he knows everything, he's like, I know everything except to the guy. Like you have the thing, right? It was in his building. It was like right there. All you needed to do is grab him with 3 Securitrons or a
right.
bunch of guards and be like, give this to me now. It's my grand plan. Like I don't even need Hoover Dam if you if I take this thing from you, and he doesn't.
So
So
Yeah.
House needs Cold Fusion. So the representative he deals with, Hank, is he's put in charge, but he knows Hank works for a different organization, so he's never going to give it to him. But Hank goes to House's casino anyways and meets up with him and takes his leisurely time. And even though he's got the thing he wants within his grasp, House doesn't do anything to get him. And then Cooper gets it instead. And then Cooper just ends up giving it to the person that Hank should have just given it to in the first place instead of going to Vegas.
Yes, yeah, that is what happened. And also, on side note here, House doesn't stop any of this from happening.
No,
Exactly
in an
my
area he
point.
completely controls, by the way. I don't
Yes.
for people who are listening, when it comes down to New Vegas, especially the Lucky 38, that's like Fort Knox for House. Like this guy controls every aspect of the area, and he does fucking nothing to stop any of this from happening.
Yeah, I mean, he literally has a fucking giant television screen full of cameras of the entire casino. So I don't know how does
And
any
he
of this
knows where
get past
people
him.
are. He did that really cool phone trick where he made all the phones
Yeah,
inconspicuously start ringing all of a sudden.
yeah,
Like, what the
yeah,
hell?
and then oh my God. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And like, he treats Cooper like this enigma. He's like, I don't know how you plan to. Do you drop the bombs, Howard? Or is it me? I don't know. It's like, what the like, why can't you predict everything but the actor you get confused by? Why is he the enigma in your story? How is he just grab him? Like if he's such a fucking loose cannon and he's like, I don't like unknown variables, fucking grab the guy. There's nobody stopping you. You could kill him right now. You could fucking
Just
shoot him in the head and
Just
no one would know.
grab both of them when they're shit faced. It's like,
Yes.
right, you went into Cooper's room together. You might have the cold fusion still. I don't know. So I'm gonna take both of yous. If it's not in Hank's neck, then you've got it. And then I can do stuff to your wife and kid to get you to talk and tell me where it is.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
honestly, this
He
is such a
has-
fucking shit house.
He could grab all the players off the table and do whatever he wanted. Like he has all of them there. They are all there. Everybody is there. Like his fucking wife, Cooper's there. Fucking Hank is there. He could snatch all three of them. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
He's
so
smart
you
enough to know
guys-
when the bombs are going to fall so he can put up defenses so that Vegas is relatively untouched, but he can't snatch two people who are in his own hotel that he owns the security to.
You guys don't. You guys are going in circles here, and you just don't understand that this
Oh,
show
you're-
is meant for the casual audience. Okay, it's not meant for you.
Yeah, because everybody has such a clear idea what's going on.
I'm just sitting here drinking my apple cider and listening to this and trying not to pass out from laughing.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. So getting back to the story. So if you can call it that. So Hank tries to brainwash Lucy. That's where we're at. And I think this actually kind of just smashes the kind of like Fallout thing, right? So like, isn't it the case where in the Fallout universe there's a certain type of microchip that wasn't invented? And because of that, there can be no small computers. That's why they have the Pip-Boy and all these clunky 1950s hardware is because
Okay.
technology developed differently, right? Like that's the
Right,
whole
right.
thing. But now he's got like he invented a tiny computer.
Tiny box. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tiny computer. That's that's a microchip. He's gonna microchip his daughter. That's the whole thing. So they broke the thing that makes Fallout different from our world. They've now changed that.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that either, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you're
good,
right.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, look at me! I'm so
and it seems to
smart.
be
did some good
apparently
for
quite
once,
easy
yeah.
for him.
Don't pat me on the head. I'm not
But
Mr.
yeah.
House.
But yeah, Hank isn't a scientist or anything, is he? He's just like
Uh-huh.
a executive, and
Yeah,
he
we
just
really don't know,
invents
yeah.
a new fucking microchip.
He's actually a dumbass. That's his fucking prior experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
No,
never really
I
explain that. I mean, when we see him, obviously in the flashbacks, he's kind of like a gung ho, haphazard little shithead. I mean,
Mhm.
he's walking around. He got the one mission he was assigned to go and do there in New Vegas. He failed it because cold fusion fell into the wrong hands. He gets married to a woman in 48 hours, and to make it worse, she's Canadian. And then so it's like how is this guy apparently so smart that he can not only take technology that was developed how many years ago, made it better in small. Like,
Mhm.
how does
And
that?
in a very short amount of time. Like it
Right,
was not
right.
working at it. It was like we clocked it out. It's 2 days, right? Like he did that in 2 days.
By the time the Legion had figured out how to kill one another, he'd figured out the tiny boxes. Like,
Yeah, exactly. No, that's actually fucking canon. That is how long it took him. Yeah, it was like a couple days. It's not very long at all.
well,
It couldn't have been a week.
speaking of that too, you just said the word canon. Just speaking of that, I've seen so many people on posts, and obviously, you know how my channel operates. I talk with everybody. How many people have said that this is an alternate universe or that this is an adaptation and that it shouldn't be faithful to the lore because it's not the same? There are so many people that don't understand that everything that happens in this show is canon to the point
You could
moving
have,
forward.
yeah.
Fallout 5 is going to take into consideration the events of the show.
They could have said it's non-canon, except for the fact that fucking the people who made it and Todd Howard came out and said yes, it is canon.
Right.
So,
So it's not an
well,
alternate universe. No, it's supposed to pay attention to the events that happened before it, and then everything moving forward will pay attention to what happened in the show, which is why people
Yeah.
are thinking Colorado, Fallout 5, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, no, it's definitely that's canon. Yeah, you're totally right. And yeah, I'm surprised by how many people don't know this. I mean, I
Mhm.
guess it's not advertised in the show directly, so you know, anyone who's not researching it would probably just assume that because that's how every other franchise works. But
Right.
yeah,
I mean,
dumb as that is.
of all the ones to bitch about, this is the one to bitch about because it's supposed to be a
Mhm.
continuation of events that we've already played through.
Yeah, and it's also setting a really bad precedent because I mean, I sent the post to you earlier, Toller, but the is it probably Baldur's Gate is getting a direct sequel show created by Craig Manzin that guess what will be canon and will be a direct sequel to Baldur's Gate 3.
You know, I'm going to go off on a tangent here because Fallout 2 is The Last of Us to me. If I were to go to my job, right, which whatever, if you go to your job and you suck shit at your job, you fuck everything
Mhm.
up, you do nothing right, what happens? You get fired. That's not how it
you're
works in Hollywood.
fired.
He managed to fuck up everything in The Last of Us. I mean, the first season was okay. It was all right. Then season 2 was an absolute catastrophe, and this guy's still getting fucking work. How? I don't understand. It's just, I'm gonna get red. I'm
I
gonna get
think
red in the face.
the Chernobyl legacy is probably holding him pretty strong still. I mean, to be fair, Chernobyl is a really good show.
God, it
Like that
is, man. I
season
want to know
is
what happened.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who think that Neil Druckmann is responsible for, you know, The Last of Us being bad. And they're like, you know, it's not Manzin, it's him, blah blah blah. You know, there's some gray area there. I'll grant them that. So this will be the sign. We'll see now. You know, like was it a one-off with Chernobyl or is it actually
Well,
him?
I'd
And
I'd agree
yeah.
with you to a certain extent until obviously when I was doing my whole series on The Last of Us and I found a clip of him. The "I'm gonna be a dad" line wasn't
Oh
Druckmann.
yeah.
It was actually Craig, and he defended the line. That's all I need to know about how shit of a fucking like showrunner this guy is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh god. So, all right. So getting back, get back to Fallout. So Hank is about to microchip his daughter, and then the ghoul shows up. Hey, who would have thought that there'd be no consequences to the story, and that fucking she was gonna get out of the situation for no reason. And the ghoul gets there just in time, and saves her life. You know, gives her the option to kill her dad, and it seems like she's really considering it. And I really hate that they took the option away from her. Like, the show just fucking really dislikes any kind of consequences. And it would have been great, you have to kill your dad. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's left you no choice. He's gonna brainwash you. Fucking this is time. You killed your mom. It'd be poetic to kill your dad. But now he gets Alzheimer's or something.
Well, I think again, I can't talk a whole lot of shit about this particular scene because, and I don't want you guys to talk shit about it either because this is one of the best adaptations of something we've seen in Fallout. Like this is so good because we've all been playing the game, right? where you're in a location and you just happen to trip over something or you fire your weapon and an enemy you didn't know was there somehow becomes alerted and knows exactly where you are. Well, that's what the Ghoul did with Lucy. This guy managed to fucking get super speed and know exactly where the hell she was at the exact time, climbed 7 floors and found her. So I think
Yeah.
that's a good adaptation of the game.
It's fast travel.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a pit boy on it. It's fast travel. Yeah, it's painful. So I think this is funny too. So Lucy takes her dad, like she takes Hank out to the strip, and it is just by sheer luck. It is by sheer coincidence that the death claws are gone. Had she walked out there 10 minutes earlier, they would have been dead. They would have both would have been
Mhm.
killed immediately. But luckily they just walked out at the right time to have this stupid conversation that means nothing. Nothing is explained. Nothing is revealed. It's like, ooh, the Enclave have been doing stuff since before the war. They've microchipped everyone. You just don't know. They are sending out orders right now. It's like, what? What are you talking about? What's going on?
I'm telling you, USPS, United States Postal Service, is on that game. Rain, sleet, snow, nuclear conditions, they got you. They'll deliver whatever you need.
Yeah. Yeah. What a disgrace. What do you guys think? I mean, this is the end of Hank McClane. He gets to be fair, they're doing a lot with what they're given. The actors are really good.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
all.
they're
I've got no
trying
problem
really
with the
hard.
God, they're
actors.
so good.
Yeah. I got to give the show some compliment. It
Except
looks
for Aaron
great. The
Motten.
show looks good.
Aaron Motten, the guy that
Who's
plays
it?
Maximus, I could fucking give or take him.
Oh. Yeah, no, he's bad. Actually, he is actually quite bad.
And if Thaddeus says one more goddamn line, one more stupid ass joke, I'm gonna put my fist in his mouth. I'm so tired of that character.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's gonna be a fucking
It's a joke,
centaur
obviously.
or something. Yeah, no, I mean, he's gonna grab
I
you
mean,
3
we've
times.
kind of skipped past it because we kind of just bunched off the Deathclaw stuff together. But like, he's in fucking Freeside, and then he's like, "I bet 500 caps that he'll win," and they're like, "You don't have 500 caps," and then he just fucking spills 500 caps on the floor in fucking Freeside, and he
Yeah.
doesn't immediately get robbed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all these
He's
people
a-
are willing to gamble their lives away, but they're not willing to rob the man with 500 caps.
And one arm.
But
Yeah, and what?
to go back, you're talking about the end of Hank and just this scene in general, like I can't express enough like how aggravating it is that we knew the Enclave, like there's been hints and all that the Enclave was behind it. We knew there was this grand master plan because I don't know what episode 2 or 3, something like that. He radios over and talks about how he's continuing everything. I thought in this instance we were going to get an idea of what said grand master plan is, and we
Mhm.
don't. As a matter of fact, a few
No.
moments later, we find out about phase 2. And we don't know what the fuck phase 2 is either. We don't know what the
Yeah.
hell they're doing.
Why is it Steph that activates it? Why does she have the authority?
Yeah, it's so they're activating phase 2, and I guess it's just completely coincidental that Steph like gets found out and tells the Enclave to do phase 2 right when Hank somehow mysteriously fucking teleports his new and improved brain boxes to the Enclave.
Yeah.
Like it all just happens at the exact same time. Like, oh, that
Yeah.
was good luck for the Enclave.
What timing?
I'm sitting here laughing
Yeah.
when she talks about phase 2 and she's thanks to your Star Wars reference earlier, that's all I can think of is how I can compare Star Wars to Fallout. And her going on that pit boy and saying phase 2, I'm imagining her going execute order 66 because that's pretty much what it is. It's just like
It is,
initiate
yeah.
phase 2. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, do the Enclave know who
Well,
this is?
Steph. Well, the thing is, Steph apparently doesn't really seem to know that much about the Enclave. She's like, "You don't know me. I'm Stephanie. I'm Hank McClane's wife." So clearly, she's not on familiar terms with them. But then she's just like, "Activate phase 2." Like, if you barely know them, how do you know what their plan is, and how do you know to activate phase 2?
Oh man, I can't with this fucking show, man. It's so fucking bad.
I think even as a casual viewer, the folks that are listening to us, sit here and bitch about the canon and the events of the games and stuff like that. Even as a casual viewer, there's just so many things that are introduced and they're just not answered. And I understand there's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a season 3. I get that. But you've got to answer something. You can't just leave everything open like that. It's fucked up. Especially when
Well,
we have
especially
to
when
wait
you
a
just
couple of years. Like, come on.
yeah. And you've been hinting at it from like the things that have been set up in the beginning of the season should be, at least somewhat answered, right? Like at least
Right.
give us something to work with. But there's no more information that we get at the beginning of season 1 or season 2 than we get at the end. Like the Enclave are in on it, okay, but like why and how and what are
Mm-hmm.
they trying to do and how are they still around, right? Like how are they alive? What? They've been gone how many times now? Their oil rig was destroyed, their base at Raven Rock was destroyed. Like I already think it was kind of a cop out for Bethesda to bring them back in Fallout 3, but now it's just like a joke. Like you're
Well,
gonna do it again? It's the Empire again.
Well, you at the end of the last podcast episode, remember you asked me like, or you asked us, what do we want out of the finale? And I was one that had a very specific answer, and that I wanted to know more about Cooper. I wanted to know more about what happened to him. Why is he a ghoul? Why can he find his family? Why are they not ghouls? We didn't even get that fucking answer. And I know we're going to skip forward a little bit in the scenes, but we see him go into to his wife's and daughter's cryopods, and there's no answers there. Apparently they're in Colorado, which I think is weird because he doesn't know when that postcard was left there. It's been 200 years. Maybe she left that 150 years ago. You don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even then, like someone like myself who was still somewhat, on the record, somewhat invested in the show, I wanted answers to Cooper because I like Walton Goggins. We got nothing. We don't know if his family's alive. We don't know how he became a ghoul and they didn't. They left all of that, and it made me angry.
All right, I mean, okay, so let's we'll cut back. We're gonna get that back to that, I think,
Mhm.
in a second here. We don't want to skip ahead too much, but I'm right there with you. I have a lot to say about it, but let's get back to Hank's death. So Hank dies, and then Maximus shows up, and we finally get the nice moment we've all been waiting for, right? We've all wanted to see Maximus and Lucy get back together,
No, we
right?
haven't. You speak for yourself. Don't you put words in my
Okay,
damn
sorry.
mouth.
Sorry,
The girl he
I was
knew for
really
2 days.
I've been shipping these two really hard from the beginning, and I'm with Maximus all the way. I know Lucy's forgotten about him, but I did not, because she has not brought him up at all. She
Nope.
has literally not said his name at all this season. I'm pretty sure not once, right? Like
No.
I'm not alone here, right? Did you hear her
No,
say his
they
name?
have it. That's one thing that they abandoned. They did the season 1, and that was a big conclusion, I guess. There is that they were in love, I guess. But for what 6, 7 episodes, they didn't talk about each other at
Mhm.
all,
No.
until Maximus
Uh,
brings up Lucy's apparently the greatest person I've ever met, even though I've known her for about 19 seconds. So it's like, what?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's like, "No, I'm gonna give cold fusion to her now." I was like, "What?" What?
This
Was
interplanetary
she?
destruction device, by the way.
Oh man, yeah. So I think this was like the most weightless joke. I actually laughed really hard because of how much they play up the scene. It's like, I don't know. It's very romantic. The music's playing. They've been a whole season without each other now, but I was like, I do not give a fuck about either of these
Couldn't
characters
care
or
less.
their relationship, and neither do they. Like they don't care about their
Hello
relationship.
again, person I knew for 2 days, and then we fucked off and not seen each other for like 2 weeks or something. Hello
Mm-hmm.
again.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Not really a big friendship there, is there? You knew each other for 2 days, and you had all the fucking vault shit going on as well that distracted you during those two
Yeah.
days. So, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you want
It's
to make my cock explode now? That's
I still can't believe that's a
aha.
thing.
Oh my god, I know.
I
They
say that to
show
my
us
girl
that
all the
they
time. I'm like, I want a cock explosion right now. Okay, we're gonna demonetized. No, but
okay, all right. So tell. Oh, sorry.
but no, like like the guys were saying there, like we went the whole season without them really mentioning any of this until I think episode 7 when he gets a hold of the cold fusion, and then he's like, "Well, I have to give it to Lucy," and it's like I forgot they were even a thing at this point. So it's like when you do a
Yeah.
scene like that where it's like this big, oh, they met back up and now they're in love and now they're gonna go watch a battle not happen because this show sucks ass. And you're like, well, why are we doing this? I don't care about these people being together. I care about them, I guess, as
Yeah,
individuals.
I completely forgot that they like kissed and stuff in the first
Mhm.
season. Like I did not remember any kind of strong romantic thing between them. It's they're very boring together.
Yeah, it's fucking it's actual garbage. Like who actually gives a shit about any of what's happening anymore? It's like oh man, it is complete buffoonery. All right, so we're getting back to the Ghoul scene where he finds out his family is still alive. Yeah, so I'm right there with you with this, and I found this so dumb because we we find out that Cooper had told his wife to go to Denver, and that he's like go to Denver, and then
Mhm.
they probably don't see each other after that. I'm assuming,
Right.
right? Or even if they do, he's been alive for how many hundreds of years? Or
Yeah.
it's been 219 years specifically. Why didn't he go to Denver?
I've been
Why
looking for
wasn't he
my
there?
family for 200 years. I just didn't check the
I
one
just
spot I told my wife to fucking go to. Like,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. And like
Well,
you guys said, like, it's been 119 or 219 years. They could be dead. He has
they
no way
could
of
be.
knowing.
I mean, we don't know. We see the postcard, and I kind of
Yeah.
I like the way that the direction is going. They're going to go to Colorado and explore some some territory that we haven't seen before. That's cool. But that's a stupid way to do it. He finds a
Mhm.
Colorado postcard. It's like, oh, I know for once that my family's alive. The fuck you do? You don't know that at all.
Yeah. And how
Who?
did oh sorry, go ahead.
I was just thinking like who put the postcard there?
It must have been her, right?
Where'd it come from?
Yeah, but how the fuck did she get
Yeah,
from
right.
Vegas to Colorado? So either two things here. Either three things. Either she left it there and then she took herself and her daughter across the nuclear infested wastelands to go to Colorado, in which case that probably has happened a while ago and they're probably dead. Secondly, maybe it's like the Enclave took her and took them to get them frozen at their base. In which case, those fuckers are not gonna let her just put a fucking postcard neatly in the middle of her cryopod before leaving. Or
Yeah.
three, they just like took her and then they put it there to troll him.
Yeah.
Honestly, that could be it. Everyone's fucking goofy and incompetent in this show, so I don't know.
Oh,
It
man.
was really funny. I just like I remember laughing my head off just seeing this neat little postcard just sat in the cryopod when it's implied that the Enclave are taking his family and shit to control
Yeah.
him and that. I don't know. It was funny.
Well, also we know that Mr. House is in control of this vault, I guess. Like, is that what is happening? I was really confused by this. Like, he
I,
controls the vault. It's his vault, right?
I don't know
It seems like he does. I mean, because he has control. The pit
because
boy gives. Yeah.
he said he had like a back entrance, which is the tunnels that they go through, which apparently is like different to the one that Hank came from. But I
Okay.
don't think it's implied that he has control over the vault.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it just doesn't really make sense that he wouldn't have used this vault earlier. I mean, like, it's in Vegas. It's massive. It's like the size of a city. He's got like we see when Lucy and Hank are on the ledge there. Uh,
That's true,
like
but
it's
if he
massive.
controls the vault, you'd think he'd just tell Cooper, "Oh, I've just looked at all the systems in the vault. Your family's not in those cryopods. Don't bother walking like 4 miles down these long tunnels and wasting our time."
That
Yeah,
was
but
exactly
why
what I was
hasn't?
thinking.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's not. Yeah, but why hasn't he checked?
I
If
wish I
he
had a
knew,
nickel
okay,
for every
hold,
time I
hold,
heard it doesn't make sense. I wish I had a nickel. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. I'm actually like
Golly.
I feel like I'm getting delirious from fucking thinking about this because it's not fucking brain dead.
Are
But
all the bad guys just massive trolls? Like Hal knew this whole time that his family wasn't in there. He just wasted his. He just made him walk for 4 hours through these little tunnels. So I want to see the Enclave's just kidnapping his family and
okay,
leaving postcards behind.
but, we know? Okay, so what we do know is that they struck a deal. So the Ghoul was like the courier, where he's like sent out on this mission to get Cold Fusion back,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he didn't do it, obviously. But the deal was, I'll give you your family back if you get me Cold Fusion, because he knew where they were. Why he had so much time to look? It's so much time. He could have sent a Securitron down there to observe the bodies because like he'd need to pay Cooper if he came back. He would be like, "Yeah, I know where your family is." Oh, they're not there. Okay. That's a huge problem. You would want your payment there. Like he would check. He has access to it. It's an empty vault. Like when Hank
Y'all
shows
trying
up,
to make
then
too much
nobody's.
sense of this. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just need to stop. You trying to make too much sense of this, bro. It's not gonna happen. Just enjoy the show, okay? It's for the casual audience.
Yeah. Oh my god, it doesn't make any sense. Here's a nickel. Fuck me. Oh god. Yeah. All right. So he drops Mr. House on the ground because that's the amount of respect they have for this character, and he fucks off to Denver, and then that also meets up with his past self getting arrested. Now, okay, so going back to season 1, we now know what Howard knew when the bombs dropped, right? And he knows a lot. He knows who's doing what. He doesn't know it's the Enclave, but he knows a lot. And he knows the exact date that the bombs are going to drop, which is his daughter's birthday. So why is he out and about doing fucking cowpoke parade for people's birthday parties?
Well, it's
Why
actually
is he
it was originally his daughter's birthday, and then House is like, but because you've been meddling with stuff, I calculate that the bombs will drop 1 month before. So it's actually not even his daughter's birthday. He knows it's going to be before his daughter's birthday.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. So,
And he's
but regardless, he knows when it's coming. He has he was told exactly the
yeah.
exact estimate. So you think
Mhm.
that like okay, so if you're told by a mad genius who does calculations to predict the future, hey, the world's gonna end on this day, but it got bumped forward a month. Do you think you would go right home and be like, "Okay, we're getting one of these vaults. I'm not gonna waste any time in case he's wrong." But no, Cooper is doing weird, like cash grab stuff
Yeah, making like balloon
for his
animals
daughter.
and shit.
Yeah, like he's he's like a fucking acting clown or something. Like, why? Why would you be doing this? Why?
Not
Yeah, why
even.
is he trying to make money? Like it's all happening in the same year, right? And he's just made a shitload of money from Vault-Tec. Like,
Yeah,
why is he doing little kids' birthday parties when he knows the end of the world is coming and he has enough money to buy like resources or try and get in a vault or something like that?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like
let's
okay, so
let's
sorry, Taylor, go
let's
ahead.
look beyond that, right? Let's just say that he doesn't trust House. Fine, okay, that's perfectly acceptable. He gets arrested by Enclave agents during this scene. How does he get out and start doing kids' birthday parties after that? Do they just
Well,
let him? Do
so
they just let him go?
what I think is going to happen is that because they call him a pinko, right? Like this is like the idea that in the first flashback we get when the bombs drop, he's been disgraced. Like he's no longer a working actor because he's lost, like he's a communist, right? And I think this is what is going to happen is that the Enclave will be like, oh, he's a fucking commie, and disgrace him from being an actor and ruin his reputation or whatever. Fine, okay. But did they seize his assets? Is he so desperate for cash that he can't, buy like a meal? Can he? Does he really need to work into the end days at birthday parties? Is that what he's doing? Like it doesn't make any sense. Again,
Well,
right?
even if that
Where's my
happens
nickel?
and he's like had everything stripped off him, why he took the fall for everything? Why not just give the daughter to his wife? So
Yeah.
at least she'd take them and they'd be fine. Why did he take the daughter from the safety of his wife to do fucking birthday parties when he knows there's a nuclear apocalypse on the horizon?
Which speaking of his wife,
Yeah.
this is a little off topic here. I just thought it was kind of weird. Like we were in season 1 and a lot of season 2 where it was like, holy shit, like she's actually like a really bad villain. Like she's the one to talk about dropping the
Yeah.
bombs, all this corporate espionage and conspiracy. By the time season 2, the end of season 2, she is absolved of everything, all of it.
Yeah.
There is nothing on her, no consequences, nothing. I wonder why that is.
Oh, you know,
I'm not
Wilsig
saying
told me
anything.
I had to go with the flow and I had to try and sell it to them. Yeah, but you didn't have to be so fucking enthusiastic about it.
Yeah. Hey, Toller, but watch yourself. We're gonna get high CHD over here, and he's gonna scold you.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't. The whole thing with like the wife getting her turnaround and how quickly that happened, and how easily she was like thrown off of this evil plan to blow up the world was so meaningless. Like it takes one half argument from her husband to be like, "Hey, maybe blowing up the world is not a good idea," and she's like, "Yeah, no, it's not. You're right. What was I think? Like, of course, like, yeah, bad work day."
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get
Well,
into it.
No. Well, okay, so we cut ahead to cut back to the Brotherhood. This is the last scene of the show. And
Oh, we skipped the big thing for the Deathclaw fight.
oh, what's the big thing?
Well, the NCR come back, don't they?
Oh,
Right in
I
the
thought we
nick of
already talked
time.
about it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
my bad. My bad. Yeah,
Do
they do come
do you
back.
guys remember the New Vegas intro? Do you remember when the NCR trooper is on the gate? Do you remember when he fires the anti-material rifle? Yeah, that. Go fuck yourself, Amazon. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
like, let me mention that too.
Yeah.
Like, what would it would it hurt to have shown us the courier at any point?
At this point, what can't you do?
Well, I mean, a lot of people
Like,
were
yeah.
saying that NCR Ranger on which I'm in the Facebook groups and comment sections, Reddit, and all that. A lot of people were saying that NCR Ranger could have been the courier, but it got me thinking. I'm like, what would it hurt if we did see the courier? It's not going to change any of the game endings, none of the canon, none of that. Why didn't they show him at some point?
Yeah, but they can't have anything canon, so
I know. I'm just saying though, like, what would it hurt?
Oh, then but if you canonize it as a woman or a man, then half the fucking.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's the whole.
It's a trans black woman with rickets. That's the courier 6.
It's whatever. Could not give a fuck if it was the courier or not. Like at this point, this is a desiccated corpse of a franchise. It is.
Dude,
There's nothing you can do to it at this point that wouldn't upset. Like I'm so far past it.
If you want to see like a form of cognitive dissonance that you've never seen in your life, go on Facebook and join some of these Fallout groups and watch them talk about the show.
Oh,
One night I was sitting there
I can't.
drooling because I was like, what is happening? Like me reading what they were saying was making me stupid.
Yeah, well, I get enough of that from the comment section of people judging what we're saying, and I'm like not here. It just I tune out so bad. Like, it's like, what are you even talking about? They're like, the comebacks are you're a tourist, you don't clearly love Fallout, you just whatever, or you're too much of a purist. It's all over the place, like
that's
the
my
comment
favorite.
section.
I love getting called a tourist for not liking the show, and then being called a tourist for liking the show. That's in the same comment section. It's great. I love it.
But yeah, fucking Maximus gets his ass beat because he's getting pinned down and then someone shoots the Deathclaw and he's like, right, I better take 5 million years to look around and see who it is, and then give an overly prolonged thank you for shooting the thing that's going to kill everyone here.
Yeah.
And then he gets his power armor ruined, and then he tries to fight it with a a roulette wheel and a brush, sweeping bruch.
Yeah,
and then the NCR just teleport on top of the building to take them all out, and yeah.
No, man, you're not taking into account the important part. Okay, they played the Fallout main theme. They played the theme song. That's all that matters.
They played the fucking Fallout 4 theme song too, which fucking like, so what the fuck are you doing? Like, if you're gonna go referencing,
that was so weird.
yeah, it's like don't touch.
So
Don't
stupid.
touch fucking Fallout New Vegas with that shit pile of a game. Like, do not reference these two
Hey,
together. I
hey,
hate
hey,
that.
hey, hey, hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey,
I
hey,
like
hey!
Fallout
I
4,
don't
but it's not my
care.
dirty
I don't
building.
like it.
But yeah, so these NCR, so like I don't know about like I so many people have defended this saying, "Oh, it was just one city and the Vegas has always been on the fringes of NCR territory, so that's why we haven't seen a lot of them." But it's like Lucy and Cooper have walked from California all the way across to get to New Vegas. And by the time Cooper meets the three rangers on the hill, not the three troopers, like he seemed like to him like that's kind of right. This is all the support I could possibly get from the NCR to help me rescue Lucy. And it's like no, like they do mention there's a battalion back west, but surely Lucy and Cooper would have come across plenty of NCR troopers if that was the case. Uh, but he seems surprised that there's even three of them, like in the nearby area, because it seems like they haven't seen any NCR troops on their journey from California to New Vegas. And then all of a sudden, a fucking battalion just teleports into New Vegas, and it's like, yep, they were there all along. You just didn't see
Yeah.
them.
I mean, a
I
good
mean, like we. Oh, sorry, go ahead,
well, I
Toller.
mean, a good question to ask is that we see that Hank is able to abduct someone from the Legion and someone from the NCR. How do you do that? The guy that was sitting there talking to himself and to the bird, the one of three people that they beat, he gets abducted. How did Hank do that without the others noticing?
Uh,
Just saying.
Mm,
Yeah, no, he's out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and with like what you were saying, Lumar, about the NCR showing up. Yeah, like you said, the Mojave's the fringes of it's the frontier, and we
Hmm.
know that the NCR have been thoroughly destroyed at this point. Like Shady Sands has been blown up. The San Francisco's under control of the Brotherhood, so like there's probably large chunks of NCR territory that are now in Brotherhood hands, and their first move is to go for Vegas, I guess. Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. You think it'd be to reconquer the territory they've already like they lost, but apparently they're going here now, and yeah, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. The entire NCR in this show is just so loosely done. Like, there's no real foundation for who they are, what they represent,
it's
or what they're doing, or where they are. Like, it's just very vague and
It's just kind of
shitty.
Schrodinger's NCR. It's like
Hmm.
their empire is completely destroyed, and you're not getting any help unless the plot needs it. In which case, you've got Moldaver's entire group that's on top of the conservatory, and you've got this battalion that was apparently stuck far in the west, but then they just appear like 2 days later in Freeside.
Yeah. I mean, Moldova was supposed to be like the last remnants of the NCR. Like, that was what was implied. And then,
Hmm.
so why didn't they show up there and help her? If you can teleport in and save people, like Cold Fusion, she had it. Like that, she had the most important thing in the world, and they didn't show up there to help. So, yeah.
Nope.
The theme song, though,
Uh,
guys. The theme song. Come on, man. God, y'all are just focusing too much on stuff that doesn't matter.
yeah. All right. Are we good to move on to the Brotherhood?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Well,
Okay.
I keep bringing that up because it seems like the show just keeps throwing little references and Easter eggs, and they do it to kind of like, I don't know, hide from the audience that there's a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
stupid shit going on. That's why I keep doing that for the folks that are listening. I'm like, I'm not trying to be annoying or anything, but it's what the show does. Instead of making
Oh,
you
yeah.
think, it just throws a bunch of shit from the game in there and goes, "Hey, let me dangle these keys real quick."
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely telling. I mean, how I don't know. I feel like actually thoroughly defeated at this point. Like trying to talk through this final
I can
episode, I
tell it in your
feel so.
voice.
Yeah, I feel so fucking down about about this. It's so fucking dumb. It's all really bad. It's such jangling bullshit. Like it's Star Wars again. It's Star Wars twice. It's a fucking circular, like it's the cannibalization of our own fucking culture, and we're just watching
Hmm.
it like desiccate in the sand. It's awful. All right, so we're on the last little reference here with the Brotherhood, and so Quintus is alive. I guess he's now not about the Unifier. He's Quintus the Destroyer or whatever, and he pulls
That was
out the
so
Giga Chat.
cringe.
It was so cringe, and he pulls out the blueprints for the Giga Chad Prime comeback. It's Star Killer Base, so the Brotherhood are going to be meaner now. Why is Dane still here? Why
I
didn't
I
you know?
couldn't tell you.
Why is Dane hanging around? But why didn't he kill? Like he's alone here with Quintus. Why doesn't he just shoot him? Like he's against him. He doesn't believe in what the Brotherhood are doing. He knows Quintus is a fucking maniac. So just kill him and run away
And
because you can do that.
how come Quintus at no point during the scene mentioned cold fusion? Does he not realize they lost it?
I guess he knows now. I don't know. Yeah.
And as the resident Brotherhood of Steel fanboy in this
Yeah.
group here, I can't express how much I don't give a fuck about this scene because again, it's nothing but key jangling. Liberty Prime, being able to build Liberty Prime like that, like it's like Liberty Prime was pre-war. It was something that was
Well,
pre-war and it didn't get built during the Great War because of certain restrictions and all that. It's not like you can just conjure this thing out of nowhere. No.
yeah, it's like Fallout 3, the Brotherhood have been in the DC the DC wasteland for like a decade, and it's only
Mhm.
towards the end of Fallout 3 that they managed to get Liberty Prime up and running again because they managed to find the correct like power source for him.
Yep.
And then after he's destroyed, it takes another 10 years for, they've still got like big chunks that are still intact, but it takes 10 years to get him rebuild back together. And they still need, you need to get like a scientist who defected to the Institute. You need to get her back to help rebuild it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me that by the time season 3 rolls around, there's going to be another fully built Liberty Prime from scratch? Like, just
Yeah,
just
well,
bollocks, man.
it's the same thing with all the Predwins. Like, why do all these Fallout branches have Predwins now? Like, that was a really big accomplishment
Yeah.
for the DC Brotherhood to make that, and now everybody has one. Like, okay,
They
they're all
don't even
just
fully
making them.
make these things. They're all projects from the start that they've managed to kind of complete over time.
Yeah, yeah,
Liberty Prime, they were working on that, and then the war happened. The Pridwin, that was a prototype ship. They were working on that, and then the war happened. They've just finished up other people's work, and it's taken them like decades to do that. And
Mhm.
then between Fallout 4 and this TV show, for some reason on the opposite side of the country, every single Brotherhood of Steel like segment just has a Pridwin.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was like a huge symbol of power and like really made the Brotherhood a dominant force in the Wasteland in the East was the
Yep.
fact that they had a fucking Predwin. But now, like the guys in the Grand Canyon of all places, it has. And why is there a Brotherhood faction in the Grand Canyon? Like, why is that there? The Grand Canyon is thoroughly Legion
Legion, yep.
territory. Yeah, and that doesn't make any sense. So,
Yeah,
um,
I mean, seeing the Prey to win, in Fallout 4, which I know you're not a big fan of that game, but seeing it for the first time, it really is like a show of dominance. You see this thing appear, and you're
Yeah.
like, holy shit! Like whoever's in that thing means business. But then like everybody has one in the show, and it's like, oh, okay, all right. Like
mhm.
I don't know, you're not going to get me in the weeds. The whole Brotherhood of Steel thing, I don't know. The whole show has just treated them horribly. I don't even know how to put it into words.
Yeah, well, it's actually to make another Star Wars sequel comparison. It's like all the Death Star, the Death Star Star Destroyer ships. It's like everyone's got one now. And there's
Mhm.
just this huge fleet of them, and it's just like they think that just having more of something is better. Like if they can't make more of it, they'll just make it bigger, and like that's how they think. These
Yep.
big corporations that run the franchises now. They're like, oh, the Death Star killed one planet at a time. Now we're gonna have them kill five at a time, and it's really disheartening.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know where they go in season 3 with that. I mean, building Liberty Prime, I mean, it's a big part of Fallout 3 and it's a big part of Fallout 4. And it's not something you can just do, in the snap of a finger. And with how fast, I'm sorry, or slow things progress in these seasons of Fallout, it would take them until like season 7 to actually fucking be able to create a Liberty Prime that coincides with how long it would take to do it in the game. So
Mhm.
I don't know. In case you can't tell at my voice, I'm just disheartened at this point. Like
I think we all are. I think
bro,
we all.
sitting there listening to all this, I'm like, God, this really was shit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a sad state of affairs. I feel brokenhearted, oddly. I don't really get too attached to franchises in a very emotional way. Like I get invested. Like I like Arcane, I like The Last of Us, I like
Mhm.
The Boys. Everything I review, I care about to some degree. But Fallout for me had a real childhood experience. It's something I remember growing up. It was the first game I got really into, and one of the first fandoms that I was really involved in. And so to see this is where it goes, I mean, it's just sad. It's just sad to see.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, I can't stress this enough that, like I said, I have proof on the channel that I liked it for the first 4 episodes. You can find me in the comment section defending this show in the first 4 episodes. And then it just took a
Mhm.
wild turn and here we are. So even someone like myself who was trying really hard to like it couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, there we are. Lumar, you have any final thoughts?
I don't know. I mean,
We're all
at least
just
with season, at least with season 3, they kind of go into an area, look up like any law around the area, so that's a nice improvement, I guess. But overall, yeah, it's just kind of at this point, it's just kind of spotting how many keys they can jangle in an episode to get people to convince that they've written something good. And yeah, I look forward to seeing the Liberty Prime just fucking destroying the Enclave again, because we didn't see that in Fallout 3.
I wouldn't
So
mind seeing it again.
Well, you're gonna see it a bunch more times,
yeah,
and
you're gonna.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you if you're still listening to us complain and drone on about this horrible wreck of a show, and appreciate you sticking around, all 5 people. But if you want to come join us into further conversation about movies, games, TV shows, and all that stuff, please come join us on the Discord. We'd love to talk to you more and really build up this community and everything. So, anything else, guys?
I'm gonna go, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for listening.